Hey guys, it's Amazing here and I'm back with another video, and for this I'm working on a commission piece of this person's grandma, and here is the reference photo I'm using. That way you can see how the finished picture should come out. I typically like to start with eyes to build my frame of the drawing, and then I work on the nose and then the lips. These will serve as my landmarks so I can figure out where my shadows should go on the rest of the face. When drawing, I try not to leave any piece plain white because in real life things are almost never plain white, but also when you do leave areas white, you want them to really pop. So like for the highlights in the eyes, I will take my eraser and erase it out. It isn't like that in the reference photo, but sometimes you want to do that when you're drawing just so it can really pop and draw people's eyes to that area. When drawing, I really like to focus on the contrast and knowing how dark I should go from how from one side to the other. As you can see, her right side is darker than the left side, so I wanted to have that contrast in the face to make the face really pop out. And when working on the face, I started on the left side to see how dark I think I needed to go, and then from there I moved to the right side of the face and lightly shaded in the area. I think I used like a 2H pencil for this, so I went very light, and once that was filled in I could better determine how much darker I wanted the left side of the face to be. And this works for me because I can tell how much darker or lighter I should go on either half of the face to make it more like the reference photo, and also if I want to see how much more contrast I personally would like to give the picture to make it stand out more. When working on jewelry, it has harsh edges, so make sure you define it. Also, especially with metal, there are a lot of harsh shadows, then highlights right next to it. Make sure with a light hand you do this so it looks as realistic as possible. Metal chains and like jewelry, notice how I'm not leaving it one single color. If you do, it will look flat and unrealistic when working on something like this. I worked on the hair next. It is the hardest for me to do, so I don't leave it last, or I at least try not to. I blocked in where all the darkest parts were and left the highlighted areas open so that later I could go in and put a few strands of hair, as you can see. I made sure to keep the highlighted areas pretty dark because her hair is really dark, and in the photo there isn't a lot of bright highlights. I did put a few highlighted areas to give the hair some contrast. And for the sideburn area or her edges, I used my eraser a lot. I would use my HB pencil, fill in the area, then erase strands and clumps of hair. Then take a stump and smudge it out, and repeated the process until I liked the way it looked and it was what I wanted. Then I began the clothes, which I saved because I knew it would be my favorite. I find saving your favorite thing till the end is helpful because you look forward to it and don't rush it. The clothes is just a matter of shading in the abstract shapes to make the appearance of folds in clothing. Also with the creases, I shade around the crease first. Then I take the darkest pencil I have, which was I believe a 6B or 9B, and make a line for the crease. Then I go over it with my shading stump to feather it out a bit. Then I take the pencil again and reinforce that dark line. For the background, I'm using a really light hand and small circular motion so I don't create unseemly lines. I work slowly and build up the darkness. I use a tissue to blend out the areas, also in circular motion so I don't create any weird lines, which can happen sometimes with the blending stump in a huge area. And this is the final result. I hope you like it, and I hope that you liked the video and it was helpful. Please subscribe if you're not. Give me a like if you like the video. Also, I do have my store open still with my past pieces in it. All this stuff will be in the description, and it'll also be linked at the end of the video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye!